Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's going to be a quick little review. I'm going to review Poudre de Fleur from Royal Crown. If you'd like to know what I think about this fragrance, then keep watching. For transparency purposes, this was a purchase. This was not sent to me to review. I know Royal Crown is ridiculously expensive. Their bottles of perfume, I think their cheaper bottles are like $400. They go up to like, I think close to $1,000. They are a very expensive house. However, I love the quality. I love the presentation. I have been so impressed with everything I have smelled from them. And so I have made it my mission to buy every single fragrance a little over time. But Poudre de Fleur is a fragrance that I wanted to review, but doesn't require an insane long review like some of the other reviews I have, because this fragrance's composition smells dang similar to a lot of things. So I'm going to tell you why I think this is a little bit better and worth checking out. It smells along the same line as fragrances like Shalimar, beautiful fragrances like Raja Dove Enslaved, specifically the Parfum, and also Chanel No. 5. Now, I'm not saying that this smells identical, because we all know that there can be a lot of different variations with notes, qualities, formulas, compositions, things like that. So I'm not saying that if you own Chanel No. 5, don't buy this. And I'm also not saying that if you hate Chanel No. 5, you will love this. But what I am saying is if you like those more mature, very sophisticated, very heavy, indulgent, and decadent, complex fragrances that are mysterious and sexy, you're gonna like this fragrance. And I like that this scent is excluding aldehydes. Now, I love a good, heavy, dense aldehydic opening. That just pop, fizz, buzz, gorgeous, just almost effervescence that note, and that just adds to these types of compositions. It's just fantastic. And I'm having a hard time talking, I'm sorry. But this has bergamot in the opening. So I'm going to read the notes to you guys because there's a lot of notes and I just, for some reason, I don't have a memory today. So the notes in this, you have jasmine, neroli, bergamot, cardamom, and heliotrope. You have rose, jasmine, sambac, osmanthus, and iris. And then you also have sandalwood, vetiver, patchouli, and vanilla. Now, the vanilla and the sandalwood work with the vetiver a bit to give it this kind of really beautiful, woody, soft, kind of really delicious roundness to this fragrance. But this is a primarily floral fragrance that has some musks and a beautiful, and I mean gorgeous, opening with that bergamot. The bergamot is crisp and green, slightly pithy, and I think that works so well to set the stage for these other fragrances. Now, the rose and the jasmine are really in center stage of this fragrance's lifespan from start to finish, but I will say that once the dry down really sets in and the bergamot kind of lightens up a little bit, you're going to be getting a very heavy powder. It's going to be the type of powdery florals that you get from those more perfumes, this kind of like old world boudoir glamorous fragrances, the types of fragrances like you're walking into like a starlet's dressing room when you're, you know, like in the 50s and she's got all of her makeup around and she's got powders and perfumes. That's what this fragrance smells like. And I really love that scent. If you guys didn't know, I love it when fragrances smell like that. It has the same kind of highs and lows that those beautiful classic timeless compositions that are never going away have. Instead of the aldehyde though, I like that the bergamot gives it a little bit of a slight modern twist. I like it when citruses, especially the right citruses, are chosen. I feel like if a mandarin or a lemon probably would have kind of worked against the florals. But at the end of the day, it's gorgeous. It smells so good. It's very mature, it's very sophisticated, it's very classic. But do understand, although this is a warm, spicy, musky scent, after about an hour, the iris is supreme. This gorgeous powdery note kind of takes over everything and blankets everything. You still get those beautiful highs and lows, those citruses, that roundness from the vanilla, that beautiful woodiness from the sandalwood. You get a beautiful kind of aromatic blast from cardamom. I mean, there's a lot going on in this fragrance, but closer to the end, and the rest of the lifespan of this fragrance does have that kind of beautiful, kind of expensive, lipsticky powderiness that just kind of envelopes and hugs the scent, and I love it. Again, it adds that extra glamour, that extra oomph, that extra layer, and makes this something very special. So that's why I love this fragrance so much, because I love those types of fragrances. I love the complexity, I love the layers, I love the nuance, and I like that this is a beautiful, rich, and very decadent, mature, and sophisticated fragrance that has that beautiful iris that I love. And there's heliotrope in here, which I think is gorgeous. It's just such a pretty scent. Now, it is very expensive, and I personally think that this smells quality, high-end. It has fantastic longevity. I got like 15 hours one day. It wasn't a crazy beast in regards to projection, but it was very apparent on my skin anytime I wear it. I do really enjoy this fragrance. So at least on my skin, I get an insane amount of longevity and performance. Also, this is not a fragrance that you overspray, because you all know I'm an oversprayer. I don't overspray everything. This is if I'm feeling particularly just adventurous, 3 spritzes. It's usually 1, and I just very gently just dab my wrists together. That's all you need. The beauty of this fragrance really comes kind of with the sensuality of it not being in your face. But you walk up to somebody who's wearing it and they have that beautiful kind of rich and decadent and very regal smelling just elixir on them. And I love that. So this is the type of fragrance, if you like fragrances, or you appreciate, or you have a voracious appetite for fragrances like Chanel No. 5 and Shalimar. And the reason why I'm mentioning those two are those are the most wildly popular and known scents. So it does not smell identical to those fragrances, but if you like that type of composition, and that's how you feel confident, sexy, and attractive smelling like that, I think you should give this fragrance a try. Try and track down a sample of it, try and track down a decant of it. Don't blind buy it, it's very expensive, but it's worth trying it on your skin because it's absolutely magic. However, if you're the type of person where you do not like those types of fragrances, do not waste any effort on this one, because this does smell very mature, very sophisticated, very powdery. And I know some people just don't even want to go out of their way. But if you come across an opportunity to smell it without going out of your way, I think it's worth experiencing because I think it's really beautiful. But that's just my opinion on this scent. It's not a groundbreaking composition. It's been done before. It's been done for decades and decades and decades. But if you do love those types of compositions, I think this is well worth checking out because I do find it to be endlessly beautiful. Anyway, guys, that is my review of Poudre de Fleur from Royal Crown. If you've had the opportunity to try this fragrance, I'd love to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments section below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!